people, this Nate here.
This Kev.
And yo, we are Games Music Life. So we're back to review this Solange project.
Yeah, man.
When I get home.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know, fresh off a seat at the table from 2016.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that was. I think it's fair to say that was a breakthrough album for her. Yeah?
Absolutely. It came out of nowhere. I mean, on the cusp of her giving Jay
the beat down.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So we were looking to see if she would talk about.
Jay never gonna let that down, huh?
Nah, he talked about it.
Yeah.
When he talked about it 444.
Even him talking about it though. He still don't get to live it down.
No, heck no. I mean, because we get to see, Thanos take a blow. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what it comes down to, is we saw, him get handled.
Yeah.
But no, Solange, this project. So we get into it, coming off of the album that came out in 2016. I know it was that long ago. A Seat at the Table. I was going into this one expecting to hear more, like an extension of Seat at the Table. I like to see artists take chances. I like to see artists kind of venture off a little bit. I just didn't know what the heck this album was about. And it wasn't that at one point I had to kind of see the tracks were skipping, to know it was the next track because it blended so well. It's 19 songs or in a whole bunch of interludes.
Yeah. It's only 35 minutes.
39 minutes worth of music.
Yeah.
And it sounded to me like an ongoing song. And that's the part that I kind of was confused on what in the world she was trying to get across to us. It sounds like she was definitely just in a vibe, and I don't want to crap on it, but I just wanted to hear more of a Seat at the Table. And on Seat at the Table was just funky. It come through, had the boom bap. I love the boom bap. And it was a lot of stuff that I could sing to. On this one, although I didn't think it had any boom bap on it. I enjoyed it. I listened to it walking around the house, just cleaning up a little bit. I just didn't know what in the world was going on the album. You know what I mean? And I found it to be kind of a confusing listen. And it might be me. It might be I just didn't get it, But I enjoyed the music. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I just didn't know what in the world she was trying to get across on the album sometimes. And the interludes mixed in there, I think it would have been done a better service if it just been at the end of a song, the interlude being at the end of the song versus it being its own track. Because I swear, I looked down at one point, I was about 15 minutes, and halfway through the album, I didn't know what in the world I listened to. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but yeah, she's a talent. She can sing. She can. I don't know. I just didn't know what the heck to get from her. Bro, what'd you think?
For me, this album really felt like a journey. The fact that the songs kind of melt into one another. You don't really know where one ends, one begins. The songs are pretty short. They're almost like little vignettes of songs rather than these just huge productions of sound or whatever. I actually found that very refreshing.
Okay.
I did like the fact that she stepped away from what worked on A Seat at the Table. And, though this album, this album didn't seem as ambitious or as grand as what A Seat at the Table sounded like. I felt like she took a risk and just going a completely different direction and making the music that she wanted to make. You kind of said it in your review there, man. It's a vibe. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it follows that vibe the whole way through. The music still sounds dynamic, but it just blends together really well. It's more of an experience more than a statement across this album. I really like the fact that she featured so many artists on this album as well, and they were so low key that you might not even caught it. You know what I'm saying?
You said Travis a lot on here. Was he on here a lot?
I don't think Travis was on there a lot at all. Tyler, first of all,
Tyler. I'm sorry.
Okay, from top to I checked the credits on this album, and I want to say that Tyler only is credited as appearing maybe 2 or 3 times, but to me, his sound was the entire way through.
Okay.
The way that the beats were structured, the way that the keys would come through and play, man, it all sounded like Tyler to me.
Yeah.
I think that he may have had a heavy influence on here, and Odd Future was all over this, album, even though I guess it's not really a thing anymore, but Earl is featured on here, Steve Lacy is featured on here, Pharrell, which is, kind of the father of Tyler's sound, he's featured all over here. So I definitely understood where, that feeling or that sound where it was kind of reminiscent for me. But, being a big fan of Tyler, the Creator, hearing Solange, get her croon off over these beats or whatever, I was here for all of that. With that, this is not an album, if you thought that A Seat at the Table was going to be kind of, what Solange was going to be going forward or whatever. I feel like this was a sharp left turn or whatever.
Yeah.
Just show that she can make the music that she wants to make. And I applaud that.
Yeah.
Like, to me, this was a big artistic statement to break away from such a critically acclaimed sound. I'm sure that she could still make those songs all over again, but instead she did what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I do think that the album plays best as a full body of work rather than songs individually. Like, on that last album, all we heard about was like Cranes in the Sky, and Don't Touch My Hair. Like, we had these big statements, standout tracks or whatever. This album is meant to play front to back.
Yeah.
It's meant to be played on loop or whatever. And you're just supposed to enjoy it. It's nothing too deep. I didn't feel like she was exploring these just crazy topics. It literally sounded like a ride home and just kind of going through your day or going through the phases or whatever until you get home.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Until you get to a place
yeah.
of comfort or whatever.
Maybe that's what it was for, though.
That could have been the theme.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like this album, you can take it for whatever it was. This was just the music that she wanted to make. But again, I was really just blown away by how many artists were really featured on here that, you didn't even notice it.
Right.
Like, I'm still not sure where Earl Sweatshirt contributed.
But you know what other album
album
other album we reviewed that you said this on?
What's that?
Blonde.
Blonde?
Yeah. There's a lot of artists on that one that you don't really know.
That you don't really know that they're actually there or whatever. And another album I love. So, hey, it makes a lot of sense. And Odd Future Camp, all over that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, things coming full circle. Not mad at that.
Yeah.
But, with that said, I definitely think that Seat at the Table was a more powerful album. Mm-hmm. But I still really like this, man. I put it in the headphones and I vibe. I just go.
Do you?
And I really enjoy that. I appreciate that about it, man. I rated this out at 86.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
70.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I gave it a 7. It was a tough listen for me, man.
Really?
Yeah, seriously, it was. It was a tough listen, and I went into it expecting more boom bap.
You hated Blonde too, though.
I did hate Blonde.
Yeah.
That's why, and that's when you said that. I was like, okay, he loved Blonde. I didn't like Blonde.
Yeah.
And you loved this one. And
not as much as Seat at the Table, but I loved it in its own way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Solange fans, get in here, man. Was I too high, too low? Was Kev too high, too low? But give us your review. Leave it in the comments below. Let us know what you gave it.
Yes.
And if you give it 100, you're absolutely right. But I just want to know what's going on.
Absolutely.
But yo, I am Nate here.
This Kev.
And yo, we are Games Music Life, man. Drink more water, people.
Peace.
Peace.